Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Now, today I'm going to be talking about finding God, or more how God finds you type of thing. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, manifestation, and all manner of spiritual topics. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, join this wonderful community, click the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video, and if you enjoy this content, please hit like. So when it comes to finding God, to me, as I've spoke before, I don't believe there's one true religion or one true path. There are many paths to God, and that path which right for you will ring true for you and will speak to you. And same with God, to me, God, there's not one aspect of divinity what is the one true aspect. To me, God is very much like an onion, many layers, but still one divinity. So different names, people call God by many different names, different images, but it's still one divinity. Now that's how I personally see God. But the problem in the world is people argue amongst themselves rather than respect other people's beliefs. Now I don't follow the Christian or the Catholic path. Even though I was raised Catholic, I don't follow it. I have knowledge of it. There was a time in my life where I did follow that path, but it didn't speak to me. There was a time it did, but over time I found, again, just like the jigsaw, I may have tried to make that path speak to me, but it didn't. So, and you should never try and make something fit with you but doesn't. But I would say there's wisdom within within the Bible, within the Christian path. And I remember the teachings, and I would say there's some wisdom in it. But when it comes to finding divinity or finding God, God more or less finds you. You don't necessarily find God, so to speak. It's just a matter of once divinity speaks to you, you could meditate, and Deity could come to you in a meditation. Just like when it came to Hecate, she came to me in a meditation. She would show me symbols of her, keys, things like keys, torches, dogs, crossroads. These types of things I would see within my meditation and also dream, and then I would hear her name quite a few times. So Hecate was really reaching out to me, and I decided to research her and over time meditate with her and create an altar for her. Some people, it's more, Jesus, they feel drawn to him. And as I said, some people, they were at a crossroads in their life. We all get it. We all find ourselves at a crossroads at some point in our life where we're in a tricky situation. We've lost someone we love, or we're in a difficult situation. We don't know where to go, where to turn. But divinity is there to show us the right path. And some people, that God will find them in the religion they were born into or raised in. Like some people, they were raised Hindu, so the Hindu path speaks to them. Other people were raised Catholic, Christian, so that path speaks to them. Some people, like me, I respect the path and the religious belief systems of my ancestors, people have went before me, and other relatives, and also I respect the religion of my community, because most of the people in my community, not all but most, are Christian or Catholic, and I respect their beliefs, but that path doesn't speak to me. I respect it. I do believe Jesus was a real person, but my beliefs are very different from what Christians believe, and I'll maybe get into that, or or I'll keep that personal. But divinity finds you, so God will come into your life in a way that makes sense to you. Over time, there are a higher power within the universe. We might call it God. The Hebrew word for God, as I learned last night, is by a good friend, was like Yahweh. And there's different names for God throughout different cultures, but divinity is always one. And once divinity finds you, it's coming into your life to help you find your calling. We have all got a purpose on this earth, we've all got a calling, and divinity will let you know your purpose. And divinity wants you to be happy in your life. In order to find happiness, peace, you must find your calling, and we've all got one. And divinity will help you find it. Divinity wants you to be happy in your life. Divinity wants you to be at peace and to do well, to get into the right relationships, to live your life's purpose. That is what divinity wants for you. That's why divinity reaches out, and it'll come to you, divinity, in a way that makes sense to you. So for some people, as I've said, it'll be Jesus. Other people, it may be Bas or Aphrodite or Horus. And as a pagan myself, I work with many different deities. My main goddess is Goddess Hecate, and my main god is God Apollo. And those two deities really help me. They give me a lot of guidance, help, and support. And in the comments section, if you do dare to work, please let me know. Or let me know what sort of path speaks to you. You know, what deity do you work with? How did that deity find you? Or if you've got any questions on deity or divinity, please comment down below. Or any video ideas, and I'll make a video on it. Because divinity, if you like, really finds you. Some people are very drawn to start. The goddess, the moon, if you like, is a very feminine energy, and some people are drawn to goddesses of the moon or the stars. Some are, and the sun's more of a masculine energy. So, and people are drawn to different energies. Some people are very drawn to nature, and a lot of witches or pagans feel a deep connection to Gaia, the goddess Gaia, who is a Greek goddess of the earth. Some people feel a deep connection to that. And divinity calls you because it's just like crystals. As someone who loves crystals, when it comes to crystals, you could go into a crystal shop and there'll be crystals, but ones that you really love, you're just drawn to them. Like you go, I need to buy that. You know, you just look at it and you need to buy it. There'll be other ones that you know that they're useful, but you might not be, they're not shouting out to you, you know, and they're not shouting out to you. And divinity is very much the same, you know, a certain path. Once you find the right path for you, that spiritual path, that calls to you, it shouts to you, and then you'll find divinity in that path, and divinity will sort of, you know, shout at you, and it's sort of a voice or a feeling. You're drawn to that particular being or deity, and you just can't push them away because you feel that connection. You and that deity just fit like a jigsaw. Pieces have said you're one part, and that divinity which right for you, that part of God is just right for you and just clicks. Some people, you know, now I work with many different gods and goddesses, and I only work with, but to me those beings, they come to you, and you'll feel a connection for them because you know they're meant for you, and you just click with them, you just feel that connection. And same with plants, I love plants, and when it comes to working with plants, there'll be ones you're just drawn to or pulled to. And before I was drawn to crystals, it was plants. And then crystals came a little bit later on. But I'll talk about feeling drawn to things and how if you're drawn to something, it picks you. You don't necessarily pick it. And divinity always picks you. And I'm going to leave it there. And this video is just about, how God, if you like, comes into your life. For some people it may be Gaia, Hecate in my case, Morgan in some other people's cases, Jesus. Divinity comes in many names, many forms, but it will always come into a form that makes sense to you, but brings you comfort and inner peace. And with this channel, Spiritual Wisdom, I'm all about sharing my knowledge with you to help you in your own spiritual or magical journey. And people of all faiths and belief systems are welcome here. And I just ask everyone be respectful, and I'm grateful for supporting me and helping this channel grow. And I hope this video is a comfort to you and a great support. Thank you.